If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll consider joining this little soul family we have going on here. If you are returning, welcome back, soul family. Thank you so much for coming back. As always, disclaimers, info, and decks are in the description box down below. If you are new, please have a look. Thank you all so very much for being here. I really, truly, deeply appreciate each and every single one of you guys. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Already a card wants to come out. The Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands in reverse. Perhaps you're feeling like unstable right now, like lacking in victory. There's maybe something that you may want in your life right now, or that you may need right now, and perhaps you're feeling a sense of lack, especially with the Death card coming out. There's a need to be aware of the cycles of our mind, the cycles of our thoughts. Let's see here. Ooh, the Six of Wands wanted to come out again. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Let's get one more. Let's see what else comes out. So there's two that want to come out for this last part. The Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And let's see what's underneath here. The Knight of Cups in reverse. So right away what I'm seeing is, again, as I was saying, there's a need to release cycles. Cycles in the mind, old thought patterns. A need to transform the thoughts of lack, because here with the Six of Wands in reverse, as I was saying earlier, I feel like there's something that you feel like you're lacking victory in. There's something that you may be desiring, but you don't really know how to obtain it at the moment right now. And I feel like when you do think about how to obtain this goal or this vision or whatever it is that you're seeking, perhaps it's something about passion. It may be about spirituality, perhaps spiritual enlightenment, passion project, love, perhaps. Whatever it is that you're looking for, I feel like you feel burdened. You feel really guarded and burdened at the moment. So I feel like you're trying to also, in a way, maybe there's something that you want to express to someone, but maybe you're not quite sure how to do so, and you kind of have your foot in your mouth, trying to tread carefully, like walking on eggshells. You don't want to say anything that can trigger this person. Perhaps this person doesn't want to say anything that might trigger you. So perhaps there's this feeling of stalemate. With the Seven of Pentacles upright and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, what I'm seeing here is you want to plant the seeds necessary in order to have this vision come to life, in order to have it come into fruition. However, there is a need to be mindful of your energy and how you use your time. So what this is telling me is, excuse me, use your time wisely, because with the Eight of Pentacles is about crafting, building upon your foundation, building upon your skills. I saw 444. Definitely building upon your skills and trying to work on your craft and trying to be more knowledgeable and do what it is that you need to do in order to make this come to life. But what I'm seeing again is that The 8 is in reverse. The 7, the desire to plant the seeds or planting the seeds, is upright. So perhaps after some time of disappointment, perhaps after some time of being guarded, of feeling lack or lackluster or whatever the case is, perhaps you are starting to plant seeds and you want to see them come into fruition. However, it is important to remember that things take time. It takes time, it takes persistence, it takes constant working on developing your skills in order to have the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. You have to go up, right? From the 7, you are planting the seeds. So I feel like you are building upon your foundation, or you are already making the plans to do so. But there's still things that hold you back here with this Ouroboros that I'm seeing. As I always say, I think I always say this every time I see the Death card, is with every end is a new beginning. So whatever it is that you may feel you are lacking in, or whatever you're disappointed and guarded about, there's a need to understand that it's okay to to be in a state of surrender. And I think to some degree that is very important. Let me specify. So it's important for us to get off our ass and do what we need to do in order to accomplish what it is that we want. And that would be the 8 of Pentacles energy upright, right? To get up and to practice and to rehearse and to do the things necessary in order for us to have our vision come to life. However, again, with these blockages, there's a need to learn to let go of the desired outcome. Now, I just noticed something. Even though this is a 6 and this is a 9, I see 9 and 9. However, I also see 7, 8, 9. So this is a progression. I feel like this is we're drawing near to an end of something, an end of cycles, an end of old thought patterns, an end of old broken, routines, in order to have this something more stable, in order to have something that is going to help you feel more as yourself and feel more independent and feel stronger within yourself and knowing what it is that you want to do and how to achieve it. With the with the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and the 10 of Cups in reverse, this is really telling me there's a lot of blockages right now. I feel like, this is a deck that I don't use very often. But as always, there are reasons for being called to specific decks, because each deck has its own unique kind of energy and imagery. So for this deck, I feel like these two are really prominently showing themselves. What I'm seeing here is there's a blockage of the heart. The key to what it is that you desire, the key to having the 9, 10 of Pentacles, for example, is that you are blocked in your heart. And I feel like this may be, as I mentioned earlier, due to disappointments of the past. Perhaps there was someone around you who could not commit. Perhaps there's a job offer or something that did not come through. You wanted someone to come forward with some kind of offer, something that would fuel your heart, but it did not come with the 10 of Cups in reverse. And so I'm feeling that is why you are struggling to move forward in what it is that you desire here with the Chariot in reverse. The Chariot is about moving forward. The Chariot is about following your heart. But again, we have the heart here in reverse, and the heart is the key to your success. The heart is the key to unlocking the understanding of what it is that we want to do in our life, and so on. But there are a lot of blockages here. So again, I'm getting this feeling of needing to let go. Definitely here. Whoa, I'm pulling from underneath. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. Let's see. So, continuing on, there are blockages of the heart that I feel. Perhaps you're feeling burdened by choices. Perhaps you're like, I know what it is that I want to do, or I have the ideas, but I'm barely planting the seeds. And now is the time for me to focus on how to make those dreams come into fruition. However, it is overwhelming you. This is a deep sense of overwhelm, and I feel like because of feeling overwhelmed with choices or with how to go about making these things come into fruition, how to practice or how to stay dedicated to a specific routine that can help you be better at being in this 8 of Pentacles upright energy. You're keeping yourself in your head. And it's understandable that when we feel overwhelmed and we feel burdened and we feel blocked or heavily guarded, excuse me, that we end up getting in our head and really stunting our own growth. And so what I'm seeing here with the Ace of Pentacles is actually, I'm seeing it as growth. Not necessarily as an offer, though it could be, but I'm seeing because of this deep overwhelm, you're in your head, overwhelming yourself even more. And of course, no one wants to be in this energy, but we all find ourselves in this energy at some point or another. I saw 1331. We all find ourselves in this energy at some point or another. But when we are in this energy of the 8 of Swords, we are not able to really progress and grow. To me, this is like the seed that you are trying to plant, like the 7 of Pentacles down here. But with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the 7 of Cups in reverse, which is about, having choices, the 8 of Swords upright, this is telling me that this is where you are being stunted. This is where you may be holding yourself back, consciously or subconsciously. There's a desire to plant the seed, but now it's time to start watering it. It's time to continue to work on these skills in order for you to have what it is that you desire. But again, with the Death card, there's a need to get out of your head. And I did mention earlier, I believe, that the Death card, I feel like we need to end the cycles of our mind. our mind is holding us back. And definitely with the Eight of Swords here, that proves that to be the case. Now, these two cards that we have here, the Star and the World. So there's something interesting here that I never really realized until right now. The pyramid is pointing up at the star, right? Did you know that the Egyptian pyramids literally align perfectly with stars? They literally point right up to stars. If that may be something that perhaps you can look into. Just a little side note. It's very fascinating how the Egyptian pyramids were created so long ago with such precision that even these days we cannot recreate it. And yet they are perfection. Like, they literally align with stars. And if we consider ourselves to be so technologically advanced as we are right now, how can we not recreate it? But there's something here about the stars, about following this guidance, about building a strong foundation that is going to guide you to your star, guide you to what it is that you hope for yourself, what it is that you are dreaming and aspiring to become. Excuse me. Now, with the World card in reverse, that is telling me that this is, again, a blockage. We have here the symbols of the elements. So this is telling me that you may be feeling a lack of balance, a lack of harmony within yourself, a lack of harmony with the outer world around you. Perhaps you're feeling isolated, and I mean, of course, with the whole situation, with everything going on in this world right now, it makes sense why we're all more in a state of feeling a little more isolated. However, there's a need to, again, understand that we need to get out of our own head. And actually, this is the perfect time when we are isolated in order to go within and to figure out what it is that you want and to start planting the seeds necessary in order to make that come to life, but also in order for us to work on what it is that we need to for it to come to life. We can be hopeful. We can hope and pray for something to come into our life, but we have to meet the universe halfway. We have to get off our ass and work on ourselves and work on what it is that we want in order to accomplish what it is that we desire. Underneath here, there's the Page of Swords and the King of Swords. Now, what this is making me think of is, I think in my last reading, these two cards literally came out. And I believe they're in the last column. I also believe I was using the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. We had the Page, oh no, they were Wands. And actually we have the King of Wands here too. It was like the Page of Wands, I believe, and the King of Wands in reverse. I'm kind of getting a similar feeling here. There's a desire to upgrade, a desire to level up. And I feel like in this case it's about being true to who you are, being authentic, being honest and open about what it is that you really want, despite whether people around you support you or not. It's about understanding that you are more than just the beginning of the journey. Perhaps that sounds weird, but what's making me say this is we have such unlimited, untapped potential within us. And so in the end, we already are what it is that we want to be. However, it is us in our mind and in the state that we are in this human existence that we still have more to learn and still have more to do. But our higher self is already the version of us that it is that we really truly desire. I'm seeing that there's a desire to level up, but I'm also seeing that you're understanding perhaps what it is that you need to do and be more serious about your craft in order for you to level up. We can hope and pray and wish upon a star that things are going to work. And I mean, yes, the divine, or, you know, your ancestors, whoever it is that guides you, whoever it is that you work with, can be like, okay, I'll open this door for you, but it is up to us with our free will to go through the door, to even acknowledge it in the first place. But if we are in a state of like lack and focusing on what once was and what we don't have anymore, like the Six of Wands in reverse, or the Nine of Wands about being guarded and burdened, is going to hold us back. We have so many kings out. So many kings. We have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Cups. So with the King of Wands and the King of Cups surrounding the Sun, what it is that I'm seeing here is, in order for you to have the happiness and the success that it is that you are so dearly seeking, you have to follow your passion with no excuses. You have to follow what it is that fuels your heart. And continuing from that, talking about the heart, you have to pay attention to your emotions, right? They say the greatest way to understand where you are in life is to understand your emotions, is to feel through your emotions, right? When we are going through something, or when we are around someone and we feel a certain emotion, that really does give us a heads up about whether we are, you know, using our time wisely on people, places, and things that are going to help us be in that energy of the Eight of Pentacles, or are they going to be things that only serve as a distraction? And I feel like it's time to get out of your head, and it's time to follow your heart and follow your desires, your passion, follow your spirit, follow your intuition, in order for you to reach the happiness and success that it is that you desire. And underneath, I see here, you know, the cards were like this. I see the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. With the Eight of Cups, what I'm seeing is the Eight of Cups are in reverse, and so the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Six of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Wands upright, I'm feeling there's still things that you need to walk away from. There's still people, places, and things that you need to let go of that are only serving as a distraction. This is time for you to reach your full success. This is time for you to reach your abundance. This is time for you to step into who you truly are and be your authentic self 100%, no matter what, who, what, when, where, how, why is around you. You deserve to be yourself. And there's a need to not be fearful of walking away from people, places, and things in your life that are only distracting you from your success. With the Hierophant in reverse, I feel like maybe this is saying like there are people around you who want something of you specifically, and It's not what you want. It's not what you want. You want to move away from this energy. You want to start heading towards your light. Start heading towards the success and happiness that you desire. But there are things that you're not walking away from, and there are perspectives that may have been conditioned. Like perhaps you have been taught to believe a certain thing, and that's why you're not pursuing your dreams, because you feel like it's not good enough, or you feel like it doesn't fit the box of whoever wanted that of you, or whoever does not want that of you, I should say. I say fuck it. I say turn this around and walk away from this box that whoever this is may be trying to keep you in. And with the Empress, do it with love, with kindness, with compassion. But you have to make this decision to do so. And you have to go within in order to figure out how it is that you're going to do that in the first place. With the four wands, the four swords here, there's one sword in particular that is lit up. So what I'm seeing here is making me think of the page and the king, but it's also making me think of the ace of swords. So you need to speak your truth. You need to learn how to be honest with yourself. And that is how, I was going to say it earlier and I didn't. I was going to say this card in reverse is reminding me of the devil card. But the devil card was not here. And here we have the devil card. There's always a reason for specific cards of specific decks to be used. In this deck too, there's okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. You want the 10 of Pentacles, right? And we mentioned that desire earlier. The 7, 8, and 9. You want to reach the 10s. But you have to get out of your head in order to do so. You have to get out of your head, right? I've heard people say that the only place that the devil exists, so to speak, is in your mind. And this is giving me that energy. And with the Hierophant in reverse as well, it's giving me this energy where we are so caught up in our mind, feeling lack and feeling lost, right? When I look at this card, is this feeling of fear, of lack, of being lost, of needing to be in survival. So to me, this is saying that you feel like you're in survival mode. But when we are in survival mode, we're not allowing ourselves to really grow and expand, because we're just on the grind in our head, like I need to do this to do this. I need to do this to do this. It's like the mentality of living paycheck to paycheck. There's a need to go within and to work upon the stability. The Five of Swords is about walking away from disappointment as well. We can see in the original depiction of the Five of Swords, there's someone in the foreground. Actually, I think I have this card around me, close by. Do I? Okay, perfect. Here. This is the similar depiction to the original depiction. And I always say how there's someone in the foreground with 3 swords, which reminds me of the 3 of Swords. Literally someone who's holding on to the burden of the pain in their heart. And someone who's like, who made the decision with the Two of Swords, made the decision to just fucking walk away. They're like, I'm done with your shit. I'm tired of it. I'm walking away. And he's actually just looking with a smirk on his face like, oh, I guess I won. But look who actually won. It's not this guy with the 3 swords. It's not because he has more swords than this guy did. Who won is this guy. This guy here is the one that won. Because he made the decision to walk away. Whereas this person here is holding on to the pain. They're holding on to the burdens that they feel with a fucking smirk on their face, like if they know what they're doing. Like if they think that they made the right decision. But in reality, they're only making their situation worse. With the 8 of Cups in reverse, this is telling me that this is possibly you. Perhaps someone or something, an offer walked away from you and you're like, oh, well, it wasn't meant to be anyway. Whatever. But really, that's just you guarding, being heavily guarded within yourself and refusing to walk away from the situation as well. Just because you have more swords doesn't mean that... Just because you have more than someone else doesn't mean that you are happier. Doesn't mean that you're more successful. Doesn't mean that you are in a place where you want to be. Less is more. And for this person wanted to leave behind the burdens of needing to fight. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach. Walking away from the burden of needing to fight and be like, you know what, I'm going to look beyond making me think of the 3 of Wands. I'm going to look towards the future and I'm going to walk away from this situation. I'm done fighting, like the 5 of Wands. I'm done fighting. Which actually is right here too. I'm done fighting. I'm done carrying the burdens. This is the 10 of Wands. I'm done. There's the Emperor as well. And we had the Empress earlier. With the 2 of Wands. There's a need to cut out the bullshit in your life. And look, we have another star. So, again, following that star, following your heart, following your passion, following what it is that you desire is something that you need to make the decision to do. The 2 of Wands is about planning. Right? In the original depiction of the 2 of Wands, we have someone who's holding a wand and a wand behind them, but they're looking off into the distance. And they have a globe in their hand as well. Right? So what this is saying is make the decision to walk away from people, places, things that only serve as a distraction and really go all in. I'm seeing this is like Spirit saying, you want victory? You most definitely have victory upon the horizon. But you need to actively, and now is the perfect time to really go all in. Make the decision to go all in and pursue your desires, your hopes, your dreams. It will nourish you. Hold grasp onto your dreams and your aspirations. If you want happiness in your life, that is how you can move forward in gaining that. Kind of going back here. For a moment, I didn't even realize that I just continued. For the 5 of Swords, and I'm seeing here, again, yes, the 5. There's a need to walk away, and I'm seeing that is the Magician walking away. Now, the Magician in reverse, again, is telling me that this could be you. Perhaps this is your energy holding on to something that doesn't work anymore. No matter how disappointing it is, no matter how much it hurts, if you need to let it go, you need to let it go. And it takes time to heal, and it takes time, and that's okay. That's normal. That's understandable. But there's a need to walk away from that. With all of the elements here, with the sun and the moon, with balance, you are the alchemist of your own life. You are the alchemist of your own life. And in order to step into that energy, we need to walk away from things that hold us back from really embodying this energy. And once we embody this energy, we will be in the 9 of Cups, where we start to see our wishes come true. But at the same time, I'm feeling here in a negative, right? Things are as we perceive them to be, but in a way that is negative towards your growth and what is stunting you, is that you perhaps feel like everyone else is against you. Perhaps you feel like you're doing it alone, and you feel like, again, a state of lack. With the 2 of Cups, maybe this is something revolving around another person that you feel disappointed, right? How many cups do we have? 2, 4, 6, 7. It's the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups, we had it earlier, was in reverse. The 7 of Cups was that feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling overwhelmed about these emotions that you have for someone that hasn't worked out. It's holding you back. You need to let it go. Straight up is what I'm seeing. I did end up pulling way more tarot than I had planned, but I hope that this has been helpful. We need to get out of our own head, and we need to build upon our foundation. Now, especially of all times, is a perfect time to do so, where everyone is starting to shine their creativity and their light. You know, when we are stuck in quarantine, for example, and we have nothing to do, what are people doing? They're feeling burdened in their mind. Either they're caving into what no longer works for them, either they're staying stuck in doing every single thing that distracts them from what it is that they actually want, or alternatively, they're the group of people who are getting off their ass and using the time wisely. Which one are you? You can't be both. You can't. That's the feeling that I'm getting here. There's a need to make the decision. Make the decision. Are you going to be one of those who's going to be like, the world is turning to shit, I'm just gonna sit down all day every day watching TV, playing video games, whatever? You can do that, but that's only distracting you. That's only doing nothing for you good, but wasting your time. And time is the most precious thing that we have in our life, because we can't get it back. The meat suit is eventually going to die, and there's no way to go around that. The spirit lives on forever, yes, but the meat suit, this incarnation, doesn't. Are you going to waste your time? And I literally do feel, and I'm sorry to say it so bluntly, but I literally feel like this is a waste of time. Being distracted. You are distracting yourself from the 8 of Pentacles. We had the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, remember? So this is telling me that perhaps you know what you want, but you're not willing to put the time, the work, the effort in order to make it come to fruition, because you are so distracted. Distraction is what I'm getting. You need to decide now, and now is the perfect time to make your dreams come to life. Because look, You see, there are the people who are literally distracting themselves from all of the bullshit that's going on in the world right now, which is understandable. We all don't want to focus on the negativity, right? But at the same time, if we're doing nothing but watching TV all day, for example, what is it doing? It's literally just our life is just going right by before our eyes. And what are we learning? What are we learning from that? Nothing. It's just a distraction that is keeping us from being the magician. It's literally stunting our growth. And I mentioned stunting growth earlier with the Ace of Pentacles. You decide for yourself what you want and how much work, time, and effort you're willing to put into it in order to make it come to life. I'm telling you, you need to trust that now is the perfect time for you to have what it is that you desire, to start planting the seeds necessary. However, it's not just to plant the seeds and expect it to grow. That's not how shit works. Try it and tell me it's gonna work. Plant a seed in some soil and don't touch it and see what happens. Chances are nothing will happen. Nothing will grow. You have to, work on it. You have to water it. You have to make sure it has enough sun. You have to make sure that it has, if you want to make it grow even more, it's not just about water and sun. If you really, really want to, let's say, there's different levels of commitment. I'm going to put this to the side right now. There's different levels of commitment. So let's go back to the analogy that I'm saying right now with the planting the seed, right? You have a pot in front of you. You plant the seed. You don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. Nothing. Now let's say you have the seed and you water it. Okay, you might eventually get a little something, but it also needs the sun. So let's say you start putting in the sun for the correct amount of time that it needs. So you're watering it and you're putting in the sun, and that's all you're doing. It's going to grow. So you are putting in some amount of effort that it will grow. But I'll tell you what, if you want to have it grow even better, even stronger, even faster, then you have to learn more about how can I be better for my plants. Now, there's that beginning stages of learning how to have a green thumb, right? I suck. My green thumb it's a black thumb, I'll tell you that. I feel so bad. But anyway, my point is, when we're learning something, we learn the basics. So the basics of taking care of plants is water, sun. Yay, you learn the basics, right? Now, if you want to be more advanced, again, you want it to grow better, stronger, faster, what else do you need to do? What can you do more than just water and sun? Pay attention to the soil, the pH level of the soil, or change out the soil every other month or however long it takes. Use plant food, right? In order for it to gain more nutrients. So this is what I'm seeing. You need to make the decision. How much time and effort are you willing to put into what it is that you want? You can put the minimal amount of effort, just watering it and giving it sun every once in a while, every day, whatever amount that you need to do for that specific plant, because plants are fucking picky. Plants can be difficult, okay? Or are you going to go further than that? Are you going to take a step more in learning how you can be even better for what it is that you want? And again, if you want to have the plant grow better, stronger, faster, it's not only water and sun that the plant needs. It's also love. It needs time. It needs a bond, a connection. It needs nutritious food. It needs nutritious soil. So again, it's up to you how much time and energy you're willing to put into this. But it's not going to just come out of your ass. You have to get off your ass and make it happen, right? Commitment, yes. You have to be committed to your craft. You have to prove to yourself. Prove to yourself above all else. You don't have to prove it to anyone else. I saw 45. You don't have to prove it to anyone else but yourself. When we prove it to ourselves and we start being committed and we start being loyal to what it is that we really want, instead of being the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, when we start to be the Eight of Pentacles upright, we start to see things come into fruition. The Eight of Pentacles upright is the Magician upright. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is the Magician in reverse. And only through your commitment, your level of commitment and balance, are you going to have what it is that you desire come to fruition. But you need to also have boundaries and know how much time and energy to put into certain things, into your relationships. And relationships don't necessarily have to be love related. It could be family, friends, etc. In your relationships, in your work, in your studies, whatever it is, you need to take the time to figure that out. Prove to yourself how committed and how loyal it is to what it is that you desire. I'm going to pull just this one. Strength. And know that you have the strength to accomplish whatever it is that you want. But you need to take the time to do it, because it's not just going to pop out of thin air. I'll tell you that. I mean, you're not just going to become famous in one night. No one. Blessings. Know that blessings are upon the horizon. But blessings come, you know, when we learn to be committed and to have the strength, we are allowing blessings to come to us because we become a magnet for those blessings. It's not by sitting around on our ass that blessings are going to come left and right. No, doors will open up like, oh, hey, new job offer. Oh, hey, let's hang out. Let's get to know each other. But it's up to you. If you're just going to sit on your ass and not take those offers, then nothing's going to come of it. Those are blessings that we push away because we don't allow ourselves the time, the energy. It could be in career, right? I mentioned a job offer or something. It could be something passionate. I just went like that. I saw a little gap and I opened it and it was this. So yes, it could be something revolving around career. It could be something revolving around a love interest. You want to manifest? You want to be the magician? Then you need to follow your dreams. Right? Let's see what else we can get here. Let me see. I'm not sure if all of these want to come out, but I'm kind of, let's just see what they are. A fiery climax approaches, which is making me think of this passion card. Take it as you may. Expect powerful change. A personal issue reaches resolution. Underneath we have step out your comfort zone. So yeah, we need to step out of our comfort zone in order for us to have the things that we desire come into fruition. What I'm seeing here with the fiery climax approaches and a personal issue reaches resolution is that when we start to step forward, we start to have. We may be feeling in a state of lack, but is that because you're keeping yourself there? For example, if you're in a state of lack, like, woe is me, I'm so broke, I'm so poor, but you ain't got no job, it's a no fucking brainer why you feel that way. No offense, I don't mean to come off so harshly, you know, and we all get into that state or all have that kind of difficulty at some point in our life in one way or another. So I'm not just calling you out. I mean, I have that shit that I'm facing right now too. I'm literally going through this myself as well. And we need to prove to ourselves how much we're willing to change. This is us. This is the opportunity that we have. Are you going to step out of your comfort zone? I'm sorry, it's not even in frame. Step out of your comfort zone and make the changes necessary to propel yourself forward and to make that energy grow and manifest into something bigger and stronger and better for you? Or are you gonna be like, no, I'm too lazy, I'm too busy, I'm too this, I'm too that, I don't have time or energy to make the changes in my life? Okay, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. But that's where you're gonna be. You know what I mean? 51:15. 5 is about change. 1 to me is, like I say sometimes, is like a clear quartz crystal. To me, 1 is amplifying. But if you think about it, also, the 1 in tarot, in the major arcana, is the magician, isn't he? The magician is the number 1 card? Now I'm curious. I want to make sure on that. Does it say? Yes, number 1. The Fool is number 0. So yes, if you want to be the magician, then be the magician. But you can't just be the magician just by, oh yeah, I'm just hoping and praying that, you know, my life will get, you know, come together and I'll have all the abundance and all the love that I need in my life. If you're just sitting on your ass, it's not gonna happen. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. You need to make the powerful changes in your life to step out of your comfort zone to become the magician. Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. So I have heard, and I also do feel also that these days there's a lot of people who are really pursuing their dreams and really stepping into their magician self and really like being self-empowered. People ascending to higher levels of consciousness, spiritual enlightenment, you know? But there are also people who refuse to make the changes. Whether you're a person who sees the changes that are necessary in order for you to become the magician, or if you don't. If you don't see the changes, that means that you're not going within and you're not taking the time necessary to figure out who you are, to figure out what you want, to figure out what you need to do in order to get there. Whether it's conscious or subconscious, it's up to us to become the magician. It's not just gonna come out of nowhere. We're all born with talents and skills and all of that. Each and every single one of us. But at the same time, just because we have those talents and skills doesn't mean that, you know, you're gonna be a Vincent van Gogh in one night. Even the people who are born with a specific talent and skill, even they have to work upon it. It's not like if they do nothing with that skill and that talent, what good does it do then? Nothing, because it's not being used. It's not being appreciated. Have gratitude for it. I saw 55 exactly on the dot. Make the powerful 5 and 5 powerful changes in order to ascend, in order to move past the bullshit barriers that our mind keeps us stuck in. Advancement, yeah. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the steerings of your heart. I'm going to pull it and I'll shuffle again. Intuition. Use your intuition. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. Yes, because when you follow your intuition, you're following your heart. You're following your higher self. Your intuition is your higher self. And your heart will also guide you. Your heart is a reflection of what it is that you truly want, a reflection upon what your soul really is, what your soul came here to do. Reflection. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. I'm seeing this as yourself. Not to rely on other people. Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Yeah, but that's up to you. And underneath that we have strength, and we had the strength card earlier. You're being guided by cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. Hold gratitude for being in the position where you are able to make the choice. But that's what it is. It is a choice. No matter how busy you are, no matter how much you have on your plate, and it's understandable. Each and every person is faced with their own challenges, is faced with their own struggles, is faced with their own truth, is faced with everything that is unique to you, because we are all unique. We are all on our own journey. We are all on our own path. We need to be grateful, but we also need to understand that we are the ones at the wheel of our own destiny. Our spirit guides are in the car with us, but we're the ones at the wheel. With free will, we can be like, nah, fuck it, I want to go over here. Nah, I'm going to go over here and turn the car around, you know? No, I don't want to go straight. I'll go this way. I'll take a detour. And then it's like our spirit guides like slap to the face, like, oh my God. I mean, please, just, we're telling you, go this way. This is, you know, what you want is over there. We'll even put the map on the GPS. Look, it's over there. That's where we're leading you to. That's what is within your heart and your soul to do. But it's up to us whether we have the GPS on or not. We don't have to follow it. We could literally be driving all around the town. We could go, oh, I want to go to over here. I want to go to the store. I want to go to this bar. I want to go to hang out with my friend. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to just stay home. I don't want to drive anywhere. I don't feel like driving today. I'm just going to stay home and watch TV. That's your choice. And that is a choice. The power of choice. Magician is choice. You are strong enough. And I don't mean to say that what you're going through is not valid. And it's understandable if you feel burnt out. It's understandable if you feel down, or it's understandable if like, fuck, I don't know how, you know, if you are living paycheck to paycheck because you have mouths to feed, you have bills to pay, you got this and that going on. Maybe you got a ticket, or maybe you got whatever it is. Maybe you're having health issues and you need medication, or you need to go to a doctor. It's not cheap. I'm not saying that what you're going through is not valid. I'm not saying that it doesn't make it harder for you to be the magician, for you to pursue your dreams and to ascend and to reflect and to do all of that. But what I'm saying is you have a choice. regardless of your circumstances, you have a choice on how to handle a situation. So for example, if you are living paycheck to paycheck, but you're the type of person to always blow off your money on shopping or eating out or whatever, that's a choice. So don't be necessarily angry when you're living paycheck to paycheck if you're not financially responsible. Now, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you are financially responsible, then what changes can you make? What changes can you make? Are there certain things in your life that, hey, you know what, I am financially responsible, but, you know, maybe instead of buying this bougie brand of cereal, I don't know, it just popped up in my mind. Maybe I could just go for the generic brand. You know what I mean? It's up to you to view your life as a magician, and what changes can you make, what powerful changes can you make in order to pursue that, or as being, what was me, I don't have enough money, I don't have time, I don't have money, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep, bye. You know what I mean? It's all about choice, it's all about routine. And I would like to bring out again the death card. Oh, my light just sorry, I just had to. I don't know why. Death, actually. I didn't even, I felt like making it match up, and I'm actually getting this feeling that was with a purpose. I feel like the purpose of matching this up, actually, when I'm looking at it in the camera, of course, when I'm looking at the cards, there's no reflection, obviously. I don't see the reflection here. I see it somewhere else. But on the camera, it's perfectly in the center. So what I'm seeing with this, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is death is the gateway to new beginnings. And I mentioned earlier, with every end comes a new beginning. I saw 222 right when I looked up after I said that. It is a portal. It is a gateway where energy can blossom. Because scientific law states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So what does it mean when there's death and birth, right? Because people are literally dying and people are literally being born. Yes. But it is a recycling of energy. Energy scientifically has been proven. It cannot be created nor destroyed. It is only transferred. Think of a windmill. It uses the wind to move the propellers, to move the turbines, to create energy. But really, you're taking the wind and you're creating energy based off of that. It's a transference of energy. And actually, with this card too, is making me think of that as well. I know it's a mess, I'm sorry. It's making me think of this gateway, this portal. I'm saying this, now is the time, now is the portal of all times to get off our ass and make things work. And again, I'm so sorry, if you're facing struggles, if you are, really down in the dumps kind of feeling and you're really in your head, I'm sorry. I understand what that feels like. And I think each and every single person is going through this within themselves. I saw 4:14, 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 14 seconds. Despite the challenges in our life, it is our responsibility to face it, to reflect upon how it is that we can work with that energy. maneuver that energy, transform that energy. The magician is the alchemist. The alchemist transforms energy. An alchemist is a chemist, right? You take one chemical compound, you mix it together, and it transforms. It doesn't literally, it's not just poofs out of nowhere. It's literally, you take an energy, you put it together, and it transforms into a different energy. But in essence, it's still the same thing. It's still, you took some kind of energy and transformed it into something else. I hope I'm making sense. Maybe I'm kind of going in circles, but this video ended up being way longer than I intended it for it to be, but I really, truly, deeply hope that you found some peace and guidance in your situation. And I understand that things are hard, to say the very fucking least. You know, we're all going through it right now. We're all feeling this death energy. This death energy is among us strong. But with every end is a new beginning. And it is up to us to pursue it, or to stay stuck with our foot in our mouth, going through the same cycles over and over and over and over again. Or we could take our foot out of our mouth and slither into the direction of what it is that we desire. But that's our choice. And I just want you to know that whatever it is that you aspire to be, you have my support. I support you, and I want the best for you, and I want you to pursue your dreams and your happiness and your goals. I want the best for you. Your guides want the best for you. The people who love you want the best for you. And anyone who doesn't deserve your time and your space. Be grateful. But at the same time, know your worth, and pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to your energy levels and your emotions. I'm pretty sure, I think there's a card earlier that came out. I think it was the King of Cups that I mentioned being aware of your emotions. There's a card earlier, I know, that I mentioned be aware of your energy levels, be aware of your emotions, and when you, based on how you feel about something, that's how you can know whether it's right or wrong for you, whether you need to release it or not. Amongst all of these struggles in this difficult time that we are all facing, just know that you are strong enough, and you are worth it, and you are smart enough, and you are talented enough, and you just need to focus your time and your energy on what it is that you do want, and not on what you don't want. What you don't want to be stuck in is the Eight of Swords energy, which we did get in this reading, which is keeping yourself stuck. What we do want for ourselves is to become the magician. Who doesn't want to be able to be like, I want this, and it happens? But that doesn't just happen just like, I want it, and poof. No, it takes working at it. It takes learning how to, okay, how much of this do I need to mix with this in order to have this? Oh no, that didn't work. Okay, you know, that chemical compound, it didn't work the way that I intended it to. Okay, so let me try a little bit more of this and a little bit less of this, and let's see. Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah. You need to tweak your energy towards things. If what you're doing is partying and going out all the time and wasting your money all the time on porquerías, things that you don't need, That's up to you. But is that really making you happy? Chances are no. It might be instant gratification. And I mean, yes, instant gratification makes us all happy in the moment. But when you're dealt with a cluttered room, a cluttered house, a cluttered mind, is it really worth it? No. 1, 10, 10? No, it's not. You are the magician of your own life, and you need to cut people, places, things out of your life. Because you need that energy and that time to focus on you and building upon your stability, building upon your happiness with the sun, building upon your 8 of Pentacles. Look, I feel like in essence, this reading is this. If I were to put it in an order that makes sense, it would probably be this. Ending this, the death of not putting the time and effort into what it is that you want. Transforming this, right? I mean, really, I mean, you could put them any way. It makes sense either way. When you transform that, you are the magician. And when you become the magician, you reach what it is that you want. Because you take the time and the energy that is necessary in order to get there. This was kind of a heavy reading, and I feel like I probably came off really heavily, and I'm sorry about that. But, you know, the message is the same. The energy is the same, and I hope that you can understand that. I always wish you the greatest happiness, success, abundance. I want each and every one of you to step into your own magician energy and pursue your own sun energy, to pursue your dreams and aspirations, because you are capable and you do. I don't give a fuck who you are. You do deserve it, okay? So don't fucking lie to yourself. No bullshitting yourself, okay? King of Swords, be honest with yourself. You are worth it. And if you tell yourself that you're not, you're in the 8 of Swords energy, keeping yourself there. But you need to expand. You need to take your foot out of your mouth and move towards what you want. Stop telling yourself that you're not good enough. Stop telling yourself it will never happen. Stop telling yourself, oh, it's too far. If it's too far, then what can you do now for it to happen? But if you sit on your ass and you don't do shit about it, it's not going to happen. 11313. You are the magician. I always say the number 3 makes me think of the magician. But really, the number 1 is an amplification. Number 1 amplifies. Here we have cycles. 8, the figure, the infinity symbol. Cycles. 1s and 10s. Right? 10, 1, 1, 1. Yes, it's technically is 13. Yes. Yes, this is 19. But what do we see here? We see cycles, we see energies of 1s, and we see energies of 10s. Take the steps necessary for you to pursue what it is that you want and walk away from the shit that is keeping you back. 11414. Changes. 5 and 5. 1 and 4 make 5, so 5 and 5. Again, expect powerful change, but not necessarily just to expect it to come out of nowhere. I'm getting the sense from this card, from this reading, make the powerful changes. Make them for yourself, because you're the magician. The Magician, sorry. I hope again that this reading helped you. I love you all. Appreciate you all so very much. Thank you so very, 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 very much for being here. I know it was a long reading, longer than I intended. I will end it here. I wish you all the best. You have my support. As long as you're not hurting other people, as long as you're not harming other living creatures and beings, you have my complete support. All right? So, blessings upon all of you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.